practical. Anybody? I started practice Git. Are you able to hear me? Everybody. We completed Git, right, in our last class. So have you started to do the practical of Git? Nobody started till now? Can I get yes or no?
Yes, good morning. I have created that two locations in the two regions. Two regions I have created that in the EC2 part, and later then I created GitHub user ID only. I have created just install that some process, not yet completed.
Okay. What about others? Others not started? Yes, you're middle enough. Okay, that's great.
You could put diesel in a gas car, it doesn't hurt it, it just makes it smoke. But the other way around.
Okay, so today we'll be starting with the AWS. So let me share my screen. Okay, so from today we'll be starting with the AWS lectures. So if you try to focus, we already saw how to launch the Linux machine. Okay, that you have to click on launch instance, you have to select it. If you'll quickly overview about all this part. So here we always see that it is, so here the reasons, okay, in whichever region you are working on, that region will be visible here. Here they will be showing your account information. Okay, you can directly go to the billing dashboard from here directly. Similarly, account setting, anything. Whichever service I want to use, I have to simply search it here. Okay, like EC2, S3, whatever the service will be learning. Okay. So currently we are always starting with the EC2 only. So we always search the EC2. Let it search like this, and from here we are clicking on this, and then we are able to say this. Again, the document of the AWS hands-on lab is uploaded. Okay, so this document is uploaded there. You can take the reference. Okay. Now, today, first thing we are going to see is how to launch the Windows machine. Okay, currently you saw how to launch the Linux machine. Okay, similarly, if I want to launch a Windows server on top of the AWS cloud, how you are going to do? So just you have to again come here, click on launch instance. You have to give your name. Okay, so take an example. I'm giving the name as my Windows server. In how many instances I want? Number is one only I want. If I come down, so here they are asking what is your OS image? Okay, means which operating system you want to use. So currently we are always using the Visual Linux. Okay. For now, what we are going to do is we are going to use the Windows. So I will just click on Windows here. See, they are giving us Microsoft Windows Server 2022 base. It is free tier eligible, so we don't have to pay anything. Again, if you'll come down, they are asking which instance type. Again, T2.micro only because it comes under the free tier. 1 CPU, 1 GB RAM. They are asking for a key pair. So again, you have to select the key pair. So let me select the key. Okay, I'm selecting a key pair. And after that, in the network setting, see by default it is coming allow RDP traffic. In case of the Linux, if you remember, it was coming as by default as allow SSH traffic. Okay, so our Windows runs on the RDP port. That's why by default it is coming as the RDP traffic. So we have to make it everything by default only. Okay, and if you'll see one more thing here, the size. In case of the Windows, size is coming as 30 GB. But in case of our Linux, anybody remember what was the size by default whenever you were launching the machine? Anybody? When we are launching EC2 instance with Linux machine like Amazon Linux, what was the by default storage size? Have you ever noticed? No one noticed? 100 GB. How it can be 100 GB? AWS gives you only up to 30 GB free storage, right? Free tier account, we get only 30 GB. In Linux case, it was by default 8 GB. Okay, it was 8. By default, it was 8 GB. Okay. So similarly in Windows, we have by default 30 GB because Windows is a little bit heavy. Okay. So they require the hard disk of the bigger size. And that's why up to 30 GB is free. So automatically it is coming up to 30. Now just you have to click on launch instance. So instance will be going to be launched. See, if I'll show you quickly, these all are the Linux machine. Okay, if I'll come to this storage section, by default, how much size? Size is 8 GB. Okay. But if I'll show here the new one, Windows one, I'll go in the storage section. Is the size by default 30. That means it is the 30 GB. So let's refresh this. It will start in few seconds. Currently, it is in the pending state. And one more thing, in the document, if you try to see this, the screenshot of the getting the Windows machine is the older one. Previously, AWS have this type of the way. Okay, but again, the whatever the things we are doing, that is exactly same. Like first we selected the Microsoft Windows Server, then we selected T2.micro. Okay, the number of instances we kept as 1. Okay, in the storage section, we kept the 30 GB by default only. Okay, so else everything is just same. Okay, our DB port was there. So that everything is custom, but previously what was happening? Everything was coming in 7 different pages. Okay, but now what AWS done is they merged all these 7 information in a single page. Okay, so we don't have to go to the next like that. So that is the only difference. Okay, but after launching, see, we are attaching the key pair also. Once you launch, you'll see that this type of the instance. There is no difference there. Just the rather than giving the 7 pages, now they give single page on. So you can take the reference. And this is the my Windows. It is started to run. Now again, if I want to connect, so again the simple process, what you are doing it for the Linux machine, just you have to select this box, click on connect. If you click on connect, so see there they are giving you the option called RDP client. Okay. So in case of the Windows, we don't have any SSH connectivity or something. You have to connect with the RDP client. So you have to just click on this. Now they are saying this is your Windows server. If you want to connect using RDP client, what you have to do is you have to download this remote desktop. Okay. And see, to connect to the Windows machine running on the AWS, you should have the Windows laptop. Okay. From the Windows laptop only you will be able to connect with the help of the RDP, because Windows gives you the permission to connect with the RDP. Linux doesn't. So we have to first download this remote desktop file that they are saying. So just click on this. I'm downloading it. Okay, I'm clicking on save and I downloaded that server. Once I downloaded that, now they are saying what you have to do is once you downloaded that shortcut file of RDP, just you have to open it. Okay, so see they are also saying you have to download and run the RDP shortcut file. So this is the RDP shortcut file that I downloaded. I will just click on open. Now, once I will opening it, they are giving us the IP address, everything 13.232, 59, 132. Okay, this is the IP address of our machine, and it is running on the AP South 1 Mumbai region like that. So now I will just click on connect, and they are trying to connect from my local Windows, okay, to the Windows running on the AWS. You see, this remote desktop connection is. We'll wait for a few seconds. Now they are asking password. Okay, if you'll see here, they are saying username is by default administrator, and that is automatically coming here as administrator. Okay. Password they are asking, and we don't have any password. Okay, so here in the website they are saying if you want to get the password, just click on this. I will click on get password. Now they are saying you have to upload your private key file. If you remember, whenever I was launching the instance, I selected a key pair. Okay, you have to just upload that key pair here. I selected this key pair. Just give me a second. I think I don't have that key. I selected this. Okay, just give me a second. I don't have that key here. I have to quickly create it. So I'm opening my putty keygen that you know. Okay. And in the putty chain, I shown you how you can convert the PEM file to the PPK file. But now the situation is reverse. I have the PPK file, but I don't have the PEM file. And here I have to upload the PEM file. So I will just click on load. I will select this Mumbai Gateway. This one, I want to change this to the PP from the PPK format to the PEM format. That is only my final goal. I will click on save private key. Just Just give me a second. Without I have that PEM file available. And now I have that PEM file available. Okay. Converted that PEM from this PPK file, I again converted to this PEM file. That is the only thing. I took the reference of this page, okay, where they are giving us the option how to convert a PPK file to the PEM file. They say that you have to open the putty chain, you have to load your PPK file, then you have to choose open, okay, and then you have to click on conversion and export. And we saved that. Now we'll come here, and here they are asking for upload private key file, and they are also saying that key pair I used is the Mumbai Git ThinkInspire. Okay, so if you'll come here and you'll see this is the Mumbai Git one. That is the PEM file I'm going to upload here. That's all. Just click on decrypt password. They will get the password to you. This password you have to copy, and this password you have to paste it here in this administrator role. Password will be correct. They will be let you connect to your Windows. So it is getting connected. I will just click yes. And you'll be able to see the black screen, and now the Windows is loading. Okay, and this is the totally new Windows running on the AWS cloud. As this machine is running on the 1 GB RAM, so it will be a little bit slower. Okay, but why we used only 1 GB? Because in the free tier account, we only get t2.micro instance only. You see, this totally new Windows is getting loaded, and in a few seconds, you will see a little bit more details. It's taking time to load because you know that Windows comes with the graphical things. And here, see, I can, with the help of the mouse, I am able to interact. In our case of the Linux, we are either connecting with PuTTY or either from browser, but we were just seeing the black screen. But in case of the Windows, you're saying you can interact with this. I can click on the start button. I can shut down my system. I can open the file explorer, like what you do normally in your Windows laptop. Okay. And see, in this Windows laptop, you're seeing this 29.9 GB of storage. That is exactly equal to 30 GB of storage that I provided. Okay, and that 30 GB hard disk is attached here. Okay, in which 16 GB is free and other is getting used by the Windows installation everything. Okay, they are giving us the public IP address also. Instance size t2.micro we selected. Total memory 1024. If you'll see the task manager also, we have already 1 GB RAM. Okay, and this Windows is running on the 1 GB machine. If you'll open it, it is exact equal to your Windows machine. Okay, so there is no difference. See, CPU is this one, memory is 1 GB only. Like this one. You can open the browser, you can do the work, you can open the CMD. Okay, it's totally only. This is the way how you can connect to the Windows machine. So if you will try to replicate what are the steps we done. Okay. The first thing, we downloaded the remote desktop file. Once we downloaded, we clicked on open. Then they were asking that I require some password. Okay, so to get the password, we selected uploaded the private key file. That is the PEM file, not the PPK file. Okay, we uploaded PEM file. And that PEM file you have to upload, whichever the keep here you attach that same exact same. Okay, and then click on get password. You will get the password. That password you have to enter. And you can see the screenshot also. We downloaded the remote desktop file. we clicked on get password. We clicked on browse. We selected our PEM file. Okay, PEM file we are selecting, not PP. And we clicked on decrypt password. We got our password. That password we entered. We clicked on OK. We clicked on yes. And at last we are able to see this. Okay. Now, once you saw the screen, but there is one problem with this. Okay, what is the problem? So you know, every time you are going to restart this machine. Okay, can anyone tell if I am going to restart this machine, which IP address is going to change, whether this one or this one? Anybody? If I'll restart the system, which IP address is going to change, this one or this one? All of you at least completed the Linux practical, right? I get response from all of you. You can keep it in chat also. See, if you don't want to speak, keep it in chat. I will read it from there. So first question is, have you completed the Linux practical, everybody? Can you put yes or no in the chat? Everybody. What happened to all of you? No one responding. Just a yes or no question, right? Like, have you completed the Linux practical? That's all I'm asking. Okay, one is saying no. What about others? Practice but not yet practice all rounds. Okay. See, you are learning the DevOps. Okay. DevOps is meant for the practice. Okay. It is not like some normal XYZ job that you are going to get. Okay. DevOps is totally on hands-on. Even your interview will be on totally on hands-on. Okay. So if you are not doing the hands-on, so there is nothing you can get. Okay. From this training. You have to spend some time. Like even if you try to figure out at least 15 to 20 minutes every day, okay, that will be more than enough you to practice all the things. 20 minutes in a day, in the 7 days, you see in a week how many minutes you'll be practicing. You'll be practicing more than 3 hours, right? In that 3 hours, you can easily do it everything. All the practicals, whatever we are discussing about these 5 days in a week. Okay. So try at least some commands. If somebody is missing with the Linux also, try to complete Linux, then come to Git. Okay. Once completed Linux, once completed Git, then jump to the AWS. Okay. I am going with the flow because what reason? There is reason, right? If I directly jump into the AWS without the basic of the Linux, will be not able to understand anything. Okay. So if you are starting the new topic, before that, you should practice at least previous topic. Okay. And take an example, Git, you did not get the enough time, but at least till the, because Linux we completed more than 1.5 weeks before. Okay. You should complete at least Linux, right? So if you have practice with the Linux, okay, so you should always get it. Like to practicing the Linux every day, you will be shutting down your machine. Every day you will be starting your machine, right? One of the IP address will be definitely going to be changed every day, either public or private. That only the question I'm asking you. If I'll restart this machine, okay, I will reboot this machine or stop it and again start it, which IP address is going to change, either public or the private? That is the question I'm asking. So now can I get the response? You never noticed this IP address. Okay, how many of you are using the PuTTY to connect to the Windows Linux machine? We were saying not chill now. In your case, nothing is there. But Ram, I think we have taken the separate things, right, for discussing you when you are not able to connect to that machine. That time also I said you about this IP address change. That whenever you will restart, public IP address is going to change. This public IP address is not going to be fixed. If I'll click on instance state, I am going to reboot this machine, Windows machine. Not only Windows, if you are going to reboot any of the machine, okay, you are stopping it and again starting it. This public IP address is always going to change. Okay. These are the basic things that we discussed from the first class only. When I said you about the connectivity of the party, that time only I said you that you have to always give the public IP address scoping there. If you will start it again, this IP address is going to change. Now let me quickly stop it and then start. See, I'm stopping it. This is the normal scenario we always do. Once you will stop, so if you go like this machine will stop. So there is no public IP address attached to this. Private IP is there, but there is no public IP address. That means public IP address is not permanent here. Okay, it will be going to change. That only things you have to understand. Okay. So let the Windows machine again start it. Currently it is in the stopping state only. So can I expect at least for before tomorrow class, everybody will complete the Linux lab? How is it? Or you require more time? Everybody? Everybody will complete at least Linux lab by tomorrow? Or do you require more time? Just say yes or no for anything, right? Yeah. I saw one response. What about others? See, I can teach you directly also without asking any question or something, but you'll be not able to get it. That's why my concern is. I can complete the syllabus. I will not ask anything. I will come here. I will complete everything. Okay. Then I will simply leave. And whatever the problem you will be facing, you will be again coming. You'll be asking question. I will be replying. That also I will be doing. Okay. But in that way, your learning will be not complete. Okay. You will be learn only 20%, 30% of this entire course. Okay? But that is not my final goal. I want that everybody, whenever you are going to any office or something, okay, and any new thing you are seeing in time, like basically a totally a new concept your manager is asking you to implement. Okay. That time you should not face any error. Okay. You will be able to find it on the Google, how to implement it, how to set it up, all these things. Okay. That's why I'm training you this way. Okay. So please try to complete the labs. In the startings also, I said you that you don't have to worry about, okay, what are the hands-on practical you are doing or not. Okay. Real-time project you are discussing or not. Just follow the entire lab, entire document. Okay. That will be more than enough to you to survive in any of the job. Okay. By your own self. See, now this Windows machine again don't have any public IP address. I will start this machine. You'll see totally a new public IP address will come. So again, I started this machine. Take 1 to 2 days time, complete the Linux, okay, at least, then jump to AWS Git, okay. Let me log in it again. Okay, so see this Windows is started. And this time you'll see that IP address is again different. Okay, how we can make sure that this IP address is totally different? So if I'll show you that there is a file we downloaded. This was the my Windows server. If I'll open this file, this is the file which I downloaded. If I'll open this, so see which IP address they are saying 59.132. What is the IP address of here? 13.232. Here it was 59. Here see 127 is there, 21 is there. So now if I'll click on connect from this machine, this is not going to. Okay, this file will be not going to work because the IP address changed. Okay, so whatever the remote desktop file you downloaded, that is not going to work. Okay, and that is the problem we'll be going to face because IP address every time is going to change. Whenever somebody will restart the machine, see at last you'll get this error because it cannot connect. because your IP address changed. Okay. So to solve this problem, we'll require something by which our IP address can be fixed. Okay. That's why there is a concept called elastic IP. So we have to come here in this section. In the network part, you are seeing this elastic IP. So just select this. So elastic IP, currently you are saying there is no elastic IP address found in this region. Okay, so I'll just click on allocate elastic IP address. And I want to create a elastic IP in the AP South 1 region only. Okay, that is Mumbai. I'll click on allocate. You see that they generated a normal IP address. Okay, so it is something like public IP address they generated. Now this public IP address, whatever they generated, this belongs to me. Okay, I can attach to any of my machine. Okay, it is like I bought a IP address, a static IP from the AWS. Okay, they say you have to pay for to me. Okay, this elastic IP is the paid service. If you are using it, you will be getting charged in your account. Okay, that also you have to keep it. So they are saying if you are using this elastic IP address, so it is your personal public IP, you can attach to any of the machine. Once this IP address is generated, I will click on action. Okay, I'll click on associate. I want to associate this elastic IP address to a EC2 instance. What is the name of our EC2 instance? I want to attach it to the Windows server. I will click on associate. Now you will see that whatever the IP address, okay, what is the IP address? 252.117. Okay, this is my personal IP address. So I go into the instance section. I see here, I will refresh this page. Now the IP address will be changed to 252.117. Okay. So this IP address is never going to change, because this IP address is coming from the elastic IP, which I bought already from the AWS. Okay. Similarly, I want to attach this IP address again to some different machine. Okay, like Linux Gen or this machine. So I can still do it. What I have to do is simply, I will come to elastic IP. I will click on here. I will click first release. Okay, I want to release this elastic IP because not release, we have to do the deassociate. Okay, because currently we associated it with the Windows machine. So I will deassociate it. Okay. Now again, if I want to attach it to some different machine, I will simply click on action and I will click on associate elastic IP. Okay, and I will again choose the instance. Like take an example, I want to associate it to the Linux evening. Okay, and I will click on associate. Now you will see that the exact same IP 52.117 is attached to the evening machine. This is the evening machine. Let's close this. This is the evening. Here see 252.117 is. Now, if I don't want that this IP should change, what you have to do is you have to go in this network security section. You have to go to the elastic IP. You have to allocate a elastic IP address. Then you have to select, click on action, associate it with whatever EC2 instance you want to associate. Once your example is completed, okay, you saw the example that it is associated to that machine, then you can simply click on deassociate. So it will be deassociated. What are the benefits if we are fixing our IP? Okay, the benefits of fixing the IP is, so take an example in the Windows. Okay, we downloaded a file, Windows Server file. Okay, so we know that this file belongs to a previous IP, this one. Okay, and this is not the IP attached to my Windows machine now. Okay, so every time I have to download this file, I have to give my 10 engineers who are working on this remote desktop file or something. Okay, every time I will be copying it. Like if I am a manager and I know that my Windows machine is getting restarted, that means IP address will change. Then manually always I have to download this remote desktop file. I have to share it with all my employees. Okay, and I will say them that you cannot use the previous file now because IP address is changed. Okay, so if I don't want to face this type of the error, what we'll do, we'll create a elastic IP and we'll attach that machine. Okay, so that means our IP address will be fixed. Again, I said that elastic IP comes with some charges. Okay, so that's why you have to make sure you should not keep it unwantedly. Okay, if your work is completed, you can simply release it. So again, let me show you. I am associating that, okay, to our Windows one only. So come here, select the Windows one, click on associate. So our Windows will be having 252.117. Now, if I'll click on this, Okay, I will simply click on connect. So it have the 252.117 now. So if I'll click on download remote desktop file, okay, this time I'm downloading it one more time. Okay, I'm saving it. And if I'll open it, so this new file, remote desktop file. So you'll see now the IP address is coming 252. And this IP address is fixed. This is coming from the Elastic IP. So now this IP address is never going to change. So we don't have to download this file again. Okay, just click on connect. Again, they will ask you the password. That password you have to generate. Okay, so let it ask, and I will generate. Okay, so they are asking password. So for password, we have to do the click on get password. We have to click on upload private key. This is our private key. Okay, PEM file. I will click on open, and that's all. I will click on decrypt password. If I'll see, this is the password. I will copy it, and again I come here and I will paste that password. And I will do yes, and see this time it is getting connected. Okay. So you are again connected to that same machine, Windows. Okay, that was right. So the benefit of the Elastic IP is the IP address is not going to change. Okay, it will be fixed. So if again I will ask you that how you can use it. If you are still confusing why we require a fixed IP or something. Okay. It's just a simple example, like you are ordering a product from the Flipkart or Amazon. Okay. These all are the shopping website. You are ordering some product. If you're ordering some product from this website, so what do you give? Okay, like how your product is getting delivered from the Amazon, okay, Amazon warehouse to your location. Okay, there is an address you provide, right? That I say to the Amazon, you have to provide this product to this address. Okay, address is basically whatever the address you are living in currently. Okay. Now that product is taking around 5 days or 7 days time to get delivered to you. Okay. You know that in the next 5 days, my product is going to be delivered. But in between, in that 5 days only, you switched your location 3 times. You're getting my point. Your previous address, whatever the address you give to the Amazon when you ordered the product, that was totally different. Now you are located in some different location. Will the parcel is going to reach to you? No, you have to again unschedule it. Okay, you have to update the password every time. Okay, to the Amazon. Then only Amazon will transfer your product from that city to the new city where now you are located. Okay, so the exact same thing we are doing it here. This is the public IP address. So this is something like address. If this address is fixed, so everybody, whoever I will give this address, they don't have to change it. But if this address will be keep changing every time machine is starting, this IP addresses keep changing. So in that case, every time I have to update to the Amazon website or some our employee, okay, that address is getting changed. So now from the next time you have to use this address. If I don't want to do this, that again and again I have to update the address. So what we do, we mostly order our product on the permanent address. Okay, we don't order any product moving out traveling. Like I'm traveling from one city to two city frequently on the every hour basis, every day basis. So we always try that we'll order our product that should be delivered on our permanent home address. So whenever I will reach home, that time I will be able to receive the product. Okay, so same thing we are doing here. We are fixing this IP address. So we don't want to change it. And how we can fix it? With the help of the Elastic IP. Okay. Is this part clear to everybody? See, currently IP address is 252.117. Okay. Again, come here in the instance section. Even if you will stop this machine again, you will see that this IP address will be still same 252.117. Because this IP address we are not randomly getting now. Okay. We have this IP address available in our Elastic IP section. Okay. And then we are using. So let it be stopped. Then again, I will show you to connect with the same which we downloaded previously. So is it clear that what is the difference between the normal IP address and the IP address that we are connecting it from the Elastic IP? Everybody? Got it? This is the Windows server. IP address is still available. Okay. Even if I'll start, this IP address is not going to change. I'll simply click here start. This IP address is going to start. Okay. And this time you will see that I'm not going to download that RDP file again. Okay. We have already downloaded that RDP file, this one. Okay. I will just open this. See, they are showing us the same IP address 250.117. Even our machine have the 250. So it will be able to connect easily. Let it be once running. Also, now it is running 252.17 only. Simply click on connect RDP client. I am not downloading this remote desktop file again. Okay, we have the previous file that only we are going to use. Click on connect. They are asking for the password. So again, it's totally on you whether you saved the password somewhere. So you can directly copy and paste it from there. I did not save my password. So I am again generating my password. I am clicking this PEM file and clicking on open and clicking on decrypt password. But see, every time the password is same only. Okay, it is not like password is getting different. Password is same only. I'll just click on it here. I will paste it and you will see again we will be able to connect to it. Okay, with the previous file only. This IP address will not change. We can use the previous file only. And that is the benefit Elastic IP gives. And meanwhile, it is connecting. You can see the way, okay, how we done
Sir,
it.
this PEM file is this PEM file was created by.
Okay, how we done it. PEM file created by?
Sir, this PEM file is created by Putty.
Yeah, this PEM file I created by Putty because in my case, whenever I was launching the instance,
this PEM file I created by Putty because in my case, whenever I was launching the instance,
see, you have the echo. I have the echo problem. Can you stop your mic? Then I will explain.
you have the echo. I have the echo problem. Can you stop your mic? Then I will explain.
Okay. So I'm saying whenever you are creating the key pair during the launching the instance, so we are downloading the PEM file, right? And from that PEM file, we convert it to the PPK format. Then only we connect with the help of the Putty. So same thing here. I don't have the PEM file. Okay, in my laptop, I somehow that PEM file was deleted. That's why we created okay, that PEM file with the help of the PPK. That is the only thing I done. In your case, PEM file will be already present. Is it clear?
Yeah, okay.
But if you don't have, you can simply create a new key pair with the PEM file selection. Okay, and that's why we always say that download the PEM file and from PEM file try to generate the PPK file. And one more thing, Elastic IP comes with the cost. Okay, so if you are not using it, so what you have to do, simply stop the instance, okay, in which your IP address is connected, Elastic IP. Come to your Elastic IP section, click on action, click on deassociate Elastic IP first, okay. And after deassociate, okay, you have to simply click on action and click on release. If you not do the release Elastic IP, you will be keep getting charges in your account. So don't forget to do release Elastic IP. Once you release, then you will be not getting charged this Elastic IP. Okay. Now again release. So now I'll be not getting any charges. So everybody try to at least complete the Linux. Okay. Before coming tomorrow and practice this. AWS documents is uploaded. Video is also there. Try to take reference. Spend 20 to 25 minutes time every day. You'll do good. Okay. Thanks a lot.